Turning now to the Vatican, where tens of thousands of mourners flowed through St. Peter's Basilica again today to honor the life of Pope Francis. Tom Llamas is there. And Tom, there's been a flurry of activity today.
That's right, Lester, and we can still see the lines moving here in St. Peter's Square. They have blown past that midnight deadline a second night in a row. City officials are now estimating more than 100,000 people will show up here for the Pope's funeral on Saturday. The aisle inside St. Peter's Basilica has been packed like this for nearly 2 days now. More than 90,000 people have paid their respects to Pope Francis so far. Vatican cameras capturing this moment, showing a nun who was a close friend of Pope Francis, allowed special access near the casket. She then begins to cry.
He wanted peace, and he was a good man, and he was so kind. I mean, I got really upset when I heard he passed away.
Cardinals are meeting daily to finalize plans for Saturday's funeral in St. Peter's Square, with the Vatican revealing new details today, including the libretto, a program with the planned readings, prayers, and psalms. The Vatican says delegations from 130 countries will be there, including 50 heads of state. These American college students told me they will be too.
When I heard that the Pope died, I just instantly came to the conclusion I have to go to the funeral, you know. I very much so respected the Pope, and I really liked him.
Father Patrick Briscoe met Pope Francis several times and will take part in the funeral. What do you expect from the funeral mass?
I expect there will be much cheering, much jubilation. We'll see these great crowds of young people coming enthusiastic about their faith, but wanting to pay their respects for the only Pope they've known in their lifetime.
After Mass, Pope Francis's body will be transported through the streets of Rome. The route, which police shared with NBC News, will pass near the Forum and Colosseum, ending up at Santa Maria Maggiore, the basilica where Pope Francis often prayed and where he's chosen to be buried. Today, the Vatican releasing the images of his simple tomb. Look closely. There's just one word, Franciscus. And announcing on Saturday, the steps of the basilica will be lined with a group of poor and needy. Also attending the funeral, Syrian refugee Wafa Eid, who told me she doesn't know if she'd be alive without Pope Francis. In 2016, the pontiff, along with the St. Egidio humanitarian group, helped rescue her family from a refugee camp, resettling them in Rome.
If you could have said one last thing to him, what would you say?
I would thank him, she says, because he changed the future of my family.
And Tom, tomorrow is the last day the Pope Francis will lay in state.
That's right. The Vatican says the public viewing will end around 7 p.m. local, and then about an hour later, the ancient ritual of the sealing of the coffin will take place. The American Cardinal, Kevin Farrell, will oversee that. He'll preside over it. He's the Camerlengo, of course, and it's one of the last steps before the funeral, Lester.
Okay. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.